Dad?
Son?
At least now we have a plan. Right, Dad?
Well, half of one at least. If our ship's headed to Loruna on autopilot, and if we can fix Alex's ship and hitch a ride there with him, then all we have to figure out is...
What to do when we get there.
Right.
I'm going to
Damn
see
it.
what I can find out.
Sorry, that was an accident.
What's cooking?
Found some fermented biomatter here. Perfect enzymatic base for my patented hull patch formula. Only problem is I can't add the bonding agent until I know I have the pH balanced perfectly, or the whole batch will be ruined.
How's the hull patch coming?
Great. Except I can't add the final ingredient until I know I have the pH balanced correctly.
Can't you just do a taste test or something?
My taste buds aren't that sensitive. Also, I put poison in there.
What?
Well, it's usually to keep space parasites from chewing on the patch. Force of habit, I guess.
How would you change the pH anyway?
I've added all the calcium carbonate I could get my hands on, just to lower the acidity and raise the pH to be somewhere in the ballpark. But I need to know it's exactly 7 before I put in the final ingredient.
How would you lower the pH?
I would try to find something mildly acidic. Oh, what I wouldn't do for some splarg right now.
So, cereal is acidic?
No, it just helps me think.
Good luck, Dad.
Okay. I don't know why it exits me out of that.
How's the...
Okay, blah, blah, blah. Calcium carbonate.
How'd you get the calcium carbonate?
Wait, hold on.
Good luck, Dad.
Okay, never mind.
Dad?
Actually, no, I didn't go over the I'm sorry.
How'd you get the calcium carbonate?
By grinding up every seashell on the beach. But I fear it's still not enough.
Where can I get more calcium carbonate?
That's a great question. If I could find just one more shell, that would help.
Good luck, Dad.
Ah, but perhaps a different type of shell. Who knows? Let's keep talking. Let's see. Dad, did you know you weren't in... Okay, yeah.
Dad, did you know we weren't in space the whole time?
No, but I had my suspicions. In my nightly maintenance patrols of the ship's exterior, I found many anomalies I couldn't explain.
Was Operation Dandelion for real?
Obviously, Operation Dandelion was not what they told us it was. But why hide it from us? What were they up to?
Did you and Mom know about Merrick?
Who?
The guy in the wolf suit, who lived in the vents of the ship.
If there were someone on the ship without our knowledge, that could only be the work of the Thrushmaster, the head of Operation Dandelion. But why send an operative and not tell us?
Sorry I treated you and Mom like machines.
Oh, you didn't all the time, son. Until you turned 13, we didn't annoy you at all. Plus, you can make up for it by helping us get your mother off that ship.
I wish I could do more to help Alex fix his ship.
Well, what's still left to do?
You're good with electronics, right?
Well, the ship used to fix its own wiring using robots, so I never needed to learn how, unfortunately.
Do you have any wire?
All my tools are still on the ship.
Do you know where we can get a heavy-duty anti-gravity thrust unit?
Oh, wait.
No,
No, I
but those are
already
only
found
bad.
that, so it doesn't matter.
I'm going to...
Okay, so, we need to measure the pH balance of this little tub right here. He said that he's aiming for 7, so I think the spoon would be a good place to check it out.
Sir, I hope you don't intend to eat that putrid-smelling concoction.
Nope.
Whew!
Just dipping your toes in it.
But sir, Oh my. Not to question the mission, sir, but was there some reason you stuck me into that toxic potion?
Got a pH reading for me?
The mixture has a pH balance of 12. Exactly.
12. Interesting. I don't recall it being 12 before. I thought it was 5. Okay, that's weird. The first time I did this, it was 5 when I tried it out the first time, but that's alright, it's not a big deal. So now we gotta find something acidic, and we gotta find a shell of some sort to do something with the calcium carbonate. So we need to go back up into the clouds.
That egg looks like it's having a little trouble hatching. Maybe I should... Uh-oh.
Oh no. Alright, so don't fuck with that thing's egg. Alright, so lucky news is that we can take care of 2 issues at the same time by going down this tree.
Not good.
I don't know what you're talking about, not good. That was exactly what we wanted. What is that? Is it something acidic?
Mind if I take one of these?
Please, spread the word. We might just save some lives here, man.
Okay, so now I have an apple, which is
How's
just
the
what I
fruit?
need.
It's a little on the tangy side, to be honest, but you know, the game is always sweetest to the hunter.
Yeah, it's really, really riveting.
So, what kind of hunter are you?
I've been trying to get this fruit all day, but I had some issues, and I almost gave up. But I went to the arcade and beat my own high score on 3D Hypercrypt, and I was like, if I can do that, I can do anything! You know?
Of course. Everyone knows video games are good for your self-esteem.
Guessing that's supposed to be sarcastic.
What's that thing you're sticking in the fruit?
Oh, this little tapper thing? That's so I can skip all the skin and fiber and just drink the juice right away. Juice, you know? That way all the phytonutrients and stuff get in your bloodstream faster. For when you want to get healthy in a big hurry, man.
What's the big healthy rush?
Well, recently I was all hung up on my own on my underlying issues, and I had some time to think. And then this girl hit me. It hit me. I need to turn my life around. Then I got that high score at the arcade, and now here I am, the king of health!
So why are you going to turn your life around?
Well, at first, it was because of this girl, McGee. I imagined her cheering me on through each level in 3D Hypercrypt. But then when I reached the end, I realized McGee doesn't care about 3D Hypercrypt.
She doesn't play video games.
No, she thinks the 3D is a gimmick. She only plays the original. But what I'm saying is that the high score, the juicing, it's okay if it's just for me.
That's disgusting.
I'm not doing this to impress anybody, you know?
That's good. So how are you going to turn your life around?
Well, like, what's the next step from here? Probably go back to the arcade, you know, and look for another sign. Lots of other high scores to beat, man.
Drinking all that juice, don't you have to use the bathroom a lot?
I'll let you in on a little secret. When you live in the clouds, you're never very far from a bathroom.
It's even more disgusting.
Oh, there are people down below. I was just down below.
Hey, watch the skies, man.
Somebody might shit on your head.
Hey, can I borrow that little fruit tapper?
Yeah, actually, I've been thinking the acid or something in the fruit is messing with the coating on this thing and giving it a weird taste. You can have it. I'll just squeeze it out natural.
Thanks.
Don't worry, I don't have a cold or anything.
I'll let you get back to your juice.
Bye.
So now that I have the
That
tapper,
little tapper the hunter guy gave me.
I can use that for something else, which is also going to be important. Dad mentioned how he needed a shell of some sort, but he didn't say necessarily seashells, right? So, we just encountered a certain different type of shell, and that might solve our problems. What's that? An eggshell? Let's stab it.
I wonder what would happen if I carefully inserted this tapper. Not very deep, of course. Just into the outer layer of the shell. I was just trying to get a sample. That was close. I'd better get out of here before she remembers to kill me.
Yeah, that would probably be a good idea.
Well, look at that.
So now we have something for acid and calcium carbonate. If you recall, the pH balance was 12, I think. So acid's going to lower that pH balance, and calcium carbonate would make it higher. I believe that the exact well, actually, I think I can probably measure it.
What do you think of this fruit, Spoon?
Oh, sir, I wouldn't eat.
Oh, no, never mind. Okay. So I think that the calcium carbonate gives a +3 pH balance for the eggshell, and that the acid from the apple is a -2. So we're trying to get this down to 7. The pH balance is 7. So let's go ahead and just keep lowering, or put the acid in, keep lowering it.
Hang on there, son. Do you know how acidic that fruit is?
No, but my spoon will tell me.
Oh, there we go.
With pleasure, sir.
Worth a shot.
All right, so now it's down to 10. Let's do it again. 8.
I'm too scared to eat this wild
No,
food.
damn it.
I mean,
6. 4. And now use the calcium carbonate to bring it up to 7.
What are those, eggshells?
shells is shells, right?
Actually, calcium carbonate is the main ingredient in all kinds of shells.
Exactly.
So you were listening to my night lectures on science.
Uh-huh.
All right, and that should give us the proper readout.
Any luck?
I'm detecting a pH level of 7.
Yay!
Eureka!
It's perfectly balanced, sir.
Nice work, son. Now for the final ingredient. Just a small bonding and reduction agent.
Could have given me a warning, asshole.
It's
Perfection.
so small.
A little goes a long way. Come on, let's go fix that ship.
I love science.
Amazing. Just like my dad used to make.
Let me at that hull and I'll start patching her up.
Sure, go ahead.
Hey, can I go down there?
Aren't you busy helping me find stuff for my ship?
Oh, yeah. What's left?
Still need an electronics genius, and once we take care of that, we'll be ready to fly.
On it.
All right, so the last thing I got to do is
Doesn't
repair
look like
this
he
little
survived
guy.
Getting thrown off the ship. Poor guy.
Hold on a second. Is
These
there?
guys did everything on my ship.
Yeah.
Welding. Our ship is really gone.
All right, so I need to figure out some sort of way to be able to repair that thing. Now, if you take a
These
look
guys
at
did
it,
everything on my
you'll
ship.
notice that there's
Welding,
some
washing,
sort of
electrical.
stray kind of wiring here, right? Well, if you recall, Carol said that she had some wire with her. I'm not going to bother going over to her and asking her. We already did that. So, we need to figure out a way to get that wire from her. And lo and behold, there's an anomaly right here. Some sort of, one of those fish
I
things.
can't reach it.
This isn't a trick. I'm really sick.
Tree.
Human?
Yeah, what's up, man?
That fish up there in your branches. Can I have it?
Sorry, I caught it. Until it falls from my branches, it's mine. That's the code of the trees.
I could just go get an axe, start chopping off your limbs. Yeah, fuck him.
Hey, want to hear a joke?
Ooh, is it a tree joke?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so there's a couple of different ones that you can choose from what I've noticed, but they kind of alternate. And so some of them I haven't done before, it appears. I think the No Oaks one had something.
Why didn't the acorn want to go to the opera?
I don't know. Why didn't the acorn want to go to the opera?
It's just like an anti-joke. It's like, it closed down. I love those.
I heard
Yeah,
they
okay,
wanted-
so none of those work. Let's see. Old Pete the Pine Tree.
Say, do you know old Pete the pine tree?
Piney Pete down the hill? Sure. Good friend of mine.
Well, I hear he got in some really big trouble.
Oh no, what for?
It seems he was being really naughty.
Oh. Oh! naughty.
You get a line and I'll get a pole.
He really liked that one.
Down to the crawdad hole.
Yikes, how's that thing talking? Oh, that's creepy.
So yeah, you just got to realize what not to say, pretty much. Like, there are certain ones that reference, like, stumps, and obviously he's not going to like that, and, you know, there's one where you can say, I heard this guy had wood for brains, and then he gets all offended, it's like, oh, what's wrong with having wood for brains? So you just kind of have to decipher what he would like and what he wouldn't.
Okay, just stay quiet, you.
Honey, sugar paw, baby mine.
Shh!
Yeah, shut the fuck up, fish.
Tree.
Human?
So, there really is an old Pete the Pine Tree?
Nah, I was just being a good sport. Truth be told, I needed a laugh.
I gotta make like a leaf and leave.
Okay, kid.
Doesn't it make like a tree and leave? Did you not see Back to the Future? I remember Biff would always be like, I'm gonna make like a tree and get out of here.
Hey, Carol.
Oh, that's so nice to hear.
Oh yeah, wait.
Well,
Never mind, sorry.
What's that?
you get a lot of fish when you use the right equipment.
You caught that fish? On this beach? What's your secret?
Maybe I'll show you sometime. Let me think about it.
Ah,
And this is where the hook comes in handy.
Okay, you've worn me down. I've decided to tell you about my fishing secret weapon.
your what?
This. The hook that I caught that amazing fish with. I call it the Fish Reaper. Or Freeper.
You don't say.
Stupid
Hey,
name.
Do you suppose I could borrow your freeper for a little while?
But please promise to leave some fish in the ocean for future generations.
Thanks, kid. Guess I don't need this anymore.
Thank you very much.
Come to Carol, my beauties.
Alright, so this is where things get a little tricky. I'm going to go back up to the ship, just so I can demonstrate exactly what's going on with this whole deal. One second, I got to get my sheet of paper out, because I still operate like it's the fucking 90s, playing a point and click. Alright, so we got to put this thing in... Well, actually, that's not true.
These guys did everything on my ship. Welding.
First
washing,
things first is we got to combine this, the wire, with this.
Looks like this little guy lost all his low-level wiring. That explains why he's out cold.
Yeah, so the Hexipal needs new wiring. So I'm going to just put some random bullshit together.
This terminal goes...
Right. Okay, so
That's all the wire I have.
keep in mind, you'll see blue is the first one you pull out, then yellow's the second, and red's last. That's something that actually does matter. So then we're going to put it in here real
my
quick.
wiring help. Huh. It's not exactly the same shape, but maybe if I turn it... Okay...
So this thing right here that I just put it in is a charger. Like, it provides power. So if this thing is wired correctly, I can revive it. That's the basis of what the idea is here. And you'll see these different symbols. If I wire it correctly, it'll bring certain symbols to other ones. So say the blue one, I moved it from one area to another, and so the starting area is this symbol. So wherever the pin is that I put the wire initially is what is represented by this symbol, and then it went over to another pin, and then that was what this symbol was, and so on and so forth. So if I do it correctly, it'll power up. Alright, by the way, I forgot to mention this while I was originally doing the whole thing for the Hexipal. This little picture right here in Vela's storyline, in the area where Mom is located, in this picture you'll see the combination for which you're supposed to go for. So the top two being blue, the middle being yellow, and the bottom being red, and using the strategy that I told you about before. So yeah, that's all. So the problem here is that, from what I've seen at least, is that it's kind of randomized depending on who's playing the game. So just because this works for me doesn't mean it works for you. The same strategy works no matter who it is, but yeah. So I actually wrote down the sheet of
Let me
paper,
put that somewhere else.
and so I'm gonna just go off of that. Sorry, you can't really see it, but you'll just get an idea for demonstration. So this one would have a symbol, this one would have a symbol, and blah blah blah. So the starting point is the one that's on the left, and the ending point is the symbol that's on the right. So because of that, let's see. I think that we're going to start here and go up to here.
Here.
That's right. Then we go from here to here.
Get to this one.
And then lastly, here to, I think, here.
Now I'm out of wire.
Okay. Here's hoping this works.
I have a good feeling about that pattern. But I don't know
Yay!
why. Hey, he's alive. You're alive, little buddy. How do you feel? So glad to have you back.
Sorry, I didn't do the best job of articulating exactly how you're supposed to do that. I'm just like, you gotta put the
Look who's
pin
up and
here
ready to
and then the wire there and symbols happen. Yeah. But
Look
hopefully,
who's up
just
and
by
ready to
at least
work.
seeing it, somebody who's here for a walkthrough at least gets the basic idea of what you're supposed to do. Anyway, we're gonna let him know that this is ready.
Hey, how about this little guy? I think he wants to help.
Wow, look at him go. Oh, and he knows electronics. Great. He might just be the genius I was looking for.
Yep, and they do windows.
Well, thanks, Shay. That about does it.
Is there anything left for me to do?
Just sit here and wait for your dad to patch the hull, and then we'll take off.
How long do you think that will take?
Hey, I waited 300 years for this. We can wait a few more minutes.
Well, that's bullshit.
Look at him go. This old-fashioned wiring must seem so primitive to him.
Hey, in my day, we got by just fine without any fancy six-sided help. But I am glad he's here.
Want to go ahead and make sure that there's nothing else I can say to
How
him.
about now?
Nope. Still nothing.
Okay. So, at this point, we've done everything we can for Shay, with the exception of one thing, but we'll get to that when the time comes. Now let's go ahead and switch over to Vela.